back to Roosevelt Live. This segment of the show, we're going to talk about a combination of things. And one is I'm going to bring this issue up. I brought it up several weeks ago. I'm bringing it up again because, you know, today's date is, I think it's the 8th of October. So we're less than 30 days from the midterm elections here. And I just want to remind people to get out and vote. I mean, I'm not trying to suggest who you should vote for, but get out and vote. I mean, Charlie Crist obviously is running for the Senate as an independent because the Republican Party kind of obviously turned their back on him for whatever reason. They were not happy with some things he'd done in his governorship. So he has been forced to run as an independent because he's not going to run as a Democrat, obviously. I noticed lately he's been kind of sitting between the two. I saw the Rubio and Meeks and him in a three-way debate several days ago. This is for the state of Florida. I know people listen and see this show outside the state of Florida, but for the state of Florida, Rubio, Meeks, and Charlie Crist is all running for the Senate. And you know, usually independents normally don't win these races because most people are either Democrats or Republicans. There are independents out there like me from day one. First time I registered to vote, I registered independent. I don't like this. I mean, even though it's still a party affiliation, but it's not the same. I would like to see, matter of fact, this is getting a little off the subject, but it's still within the realm. I would like to see, I want to know why independents cannot vote in primaries. Oh, I know. Yes, you can vote in the primary, they say. Yeah, but I have to change my party affiliation in order to do so. I don't think that's right. I should be allowed to vote as an independent for an independent candidate. I shouldn't be in a situation where, okay, if I want to vote in the primary, what am I going to do? I go there. My understanding is I can't do that. So unless things have changed, but I understand that I can't do that because I have to be one or the other, and I don't think that's right. I think when coming, you can be independent and vote in the major elections. I think you should be able to vote in the primaries as well. I just think it's kind of cuckoo, and if things have changed, I don't know about it. So please email me and let me know. You know what the hell you're talking about. Oh, I mean, you know what you're talking about, and I can understand that, and I appreciate it because that way I would have been out voting in the primaries like everybody else. But just to remind people again, less than a month away, we will be picking a new senator that will be representing the state of Florida, and we'll be picking a new governor. Now, personally, myself, I don't like the fact that Governor Crist is even allowed to. I don't dislike him, the man, but I think when the state of Florida spends their tax dollars and he runs for governor, that he should be, unless he has some type of problems within his family or something, a health problem, you should have to at least do one term. Because money is being spent for people to go out there and run for these positions. Then 2 years into their job, they say I'm running for Senate. I just don't think it's right. I think that they should be made to do. You spend a lot of time running for the governor. I think that people should be made to finish out at least their first term, unless they have some type of, like I said, medical problems or family problems that don't allow them to do so. Other than that, they should have to finish out 1 year. They shouldn't be able to skip and go run for the Senate. I just don't think it's right. But in regards to what I think, they got 3 people that are in line trying to be the next senator representing the state of Florida. And I don't know who you're going to vote for, and it's not my business who you vote for, but I will say this. You need to vote. All you people that came out in 2008 when Obama was running, and all you people that was, you know, I don't want to call it jumping on the bandwagon, but all you people that felt a need to vote. A lot of people voted in the 2008 election. Some people that openly said they had never voted in their lives. And we're talking about people that were maybe in their 30s, so they had never voted. And I know I saw during the 2008 election there were some people, some old people literally in their 80s and 70s that said they had never voted. Some people had never even registered, and they felt so overwhelmed by Barack Obama running for president until they went out there and registered and voted. And I saw some rappers and people like that openly said that they hadn't voted. I think one rapper, I don't mention his name, said he like slept outside the polling area so he wouldn't be late the next day. And that's all good, but I hope that they were voting for on the platform. I hope that they were voting because they agreed with the issues and not voting because somebody colored someone's skin. I just hope that was the case. But I know in my heart of heart that there were people out there voting for colors, and there were people out there voting against colors too. So that again, America, in order to be where we're at, we're gonna have one side and the other side. No matter who's right and who's wrong, or you're on the left or you're on the right, you're in the middle. There were people that voted for Barack because he was part African American descent. There were people voting against him because he was part African American descent. So that happens. I mean, I know there was a point in our life that we had never been a part of before, because usually all the other presidents obviously were white males, and so people never had to vote for or against color, because there was no color to vote for or against. So yeah, this definitely divided the United States. But again, get out to vote. November, first week of November is coming up real soon. For all you people out there that don't think nothing's going on during midterms, there is a thing called midterm elections. But people that only go out there and vote every 4 years don't realize that there's something going on between those years. Get out there and vote, please, and go out there on the websites and look up these candidates, and whether you Googling them or whether you Wikipedia them, or whatever you do, whatever search engine you use to check these people out, check them out and study these people and find out whether or not, even though they're politicians and they're going to say things that they're probably not going to do from time to time, but educate yourself. At least go out there and have some insight on what the person stands for, and find out whether or not these people you want to represent you out of the state of Florida. I mean, I've seen the people that's running for the governor here. A lot of these people got a lot of baggage, and I don't know. Some of these people, some of the stuff that I read and seen, some of these people probably should be in jail, but they're not. So sometimes white collar crime kind of goes unpunished for various reasons. But still, get out and vote. Exercise your right that you were given. A lot of people fall hard for those rights. Don't let them fall by the wayside. But on that note, as the Senate shifts a little bit, everybody knows that no matter who's president, in the midterms, people always change positions. There are going to be people that are running for the Senate, and there are going to be people that Democrats coming in, going out, Republicans coming in, going out. This is going to happen. So it's everybody trying to make it look like it was a major big deal, but it's always going to happen. Governors changing positions. You're going from Republicans to Democrats, Democrats to Republicans. But one thing I do want to know, I mean, obviously Obama came in 2008. And it's been we're basically coming on 2 years. Oh, well, actually, we're into 2 years, I do believe. Let's see, January 2008, 2019. Yeah, 2 years in, a little bit more. How do you feel about it? I mean, if you voted for him, did you make a mistake? If you didn't vote for him, did you make a mistake? Or will you vote for him again? 2012 is right around the corner. I mean, we got a lot of problems. It doesn't matter whether or not, because I know what people are going to say, not Roosevelt. It's not his fault. These problems was already there. He inherited these problems. It doesn't matter if you inherited them or not. It's irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant. If you take the position to be the commander-in-chief, okay, you take on all issues that were there before you, whether you created them or not, whether you're going to be held responsible for them. It is what it is. It's nothing nobody can do about it. The only way I believe that the people that's complaining are going to complain no matter what, because if they didn't vote for you, they're going to complain. Just like the people that didn't vote for Bush, they complained the whole time he was there as well. That always happens. So that's nothing unusual about the people that sits at the top, at the president's seat. It's always going to be that way. But the reality of this day is that, okay, we know that Afghanistan now, we're now into 9 years in Afghanistan. We know that the president did not bring us into Afghanistan, but we're there. We're not out. And some people say, well, look at the good side. We're out of Iraq. We sure are. We're out of Iraq. And that's good. Good points for him that he was able to fulfill that. And people say, well, we got the lowest standing around the world than we ever had. That's not the president's fault. You're right, it's not the president's fault. Because we were getting that bad press for the last several years. Maybe from dipping in other countries' businesses or who knows. But people don't necessarily like America. Maybe they're just hating on us because we're a free society. But they like to come here, though, and try to make some of that money. So even the people that criticize us come here and try to take advantage of the country and at the same time talk about it. So those are hypocrites. Or, so you're looking at that, you're thinking, okay, now what? The unemployment rate nationwide is 9.6%. It's not really getting any better. I believe the state of Florida is at 12%. So a lot of people out of jobs. They need jobs.